Good evening, y'all. This is Miss Shirley, OG Gardner, Cleveland, Ohio, Zone 6B. If you're watching the replay, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming in and checking me out. Make sure you hit that like button so that you can show me that you like me just a little bit. Would be greatly appreciated. And also hit that notification button so that you will be notified of any new videos I upload. So thank you folks for coming in this evening bright and early. I'm looking at, let's see. Hey, Bias LLC. Hey, girl, how are you, Queen? And K. Renee's Garden. Benji TV. Thank you for stopping in this evening. I don't think I've seen you in here before, but welcome. We welcome all new people, gardeners, or whatever trade that you have into our garden community. And Cheryl Faulkner, hey, how are you, darling? Thank you for stopping in this evening. It was a beautiful day here in Ohio. Yesterday it was hot as the dickens, and then it rained, and it rained hard, and it rained for a short period of time, and then it got humid as heck. You can almost cut it with a knife. It got so hot and humid. And then today the temperature dropped and it was cool. It was been a pretty nice day. I think it's like maybe 77 degrees right now, but I take it compared to what it was yesterday. Cassandra South Fulton, and I just left Chicago on Monday, and it was like 94 there every day. It was hot. Anne Marie, love. Hey, daughter. Mike, I watched your video today, the time lapse on that sweet chocolate pepper. Oh, man, that was awesome. That was really nice. Everybody saying hello to one another. Miss Patty, girl, I was watching you earlier today. You was hot. Woo, yeah, you had a troll that got up under your skin. I was like, ooh, she made me mad for it. And I didn't even know the woman. Yes, indeed. Well, I'm glad to see you stop by to say hello this evening. Root, rooted in essential oils. Yes, indeed. That's a good thing. Essential oils all day long. Yes, indeedy. Who else said? Netta's Nest. Hello. Oh, yeah. I'm having a good one. I'm a little tired. I'm still trying to recuperate from the last 2.5 weeks. I've been on the go at airports and meeting friends and just enjoying myself. So I'll be low key and quiet for the rest of the year. I didn't did my little party and I didn't did my little traveling. Now I'm broke. Now I'm back home and contented. I've been working out in the garden all day. My back is killing me because I was trying to play catch up. You know, the deer and raccoons and stuff, they had a ball in my garden because they knew I was gone. And boy, they came through there. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we got, well, you know what though? The first time I got a troll in my life, Anne Marie, it was funny. Everybody was clapping. It's like you made it, Miss Shirley, when the trolls started showing up. So I was like, I kind of took that as a badge of honor. But once you've been here for a while, it's not even necessary to even come out the woodwork. Keep your opinions to yourself and stay up under that rock or under that bridge or wherever you were before you decide to peep out. Okay. So yeah, we gonna get them, and that's not gonna stop them. You know, we just learn how to control it, and get your moderators and keep it moving. Because people gonna be people. I don't care who they are. They gonna cut up. They gonna act a fool. So you do what you can, and like I say, you keep it moving. Yeah, they be seeing a little bit of this, that, and the third. So we have some beautiful views. Yes, yes, we do. So we got all kinds of people out here, and that's not gonna stop. Yeah, they gonna say what they want to say, and they gonna pop in and out. For the last week or so, a lot of content creators been complaining about trolls, and they haven't just been one person that's been popping up. They was popping up left or right. Who was that I was watching? Lead Farm? No, it was Broke Farmers. live where the trolls was you thought they had emptied out a bus and just was dropping in left and right. Broke it even brought one gentleman up and he acted a fool and Broke got rid of him himself. So the trolls is out here. How they say it's they're real. They real. They're not AIs. They not all of them are AIs. Some of them they're quite real. So got to take them with a grain of salt. Keep it moving. Once you get it out your system, say thank you very much and keep it moving. Because they're gonna be here forever. Oh, what David said, oh, Sookie. Good evening. You know what? I meant to put my shirt on that Blue Lotus uh, had made for me, but I'm still doing laundry. I got 3 suitcases I had to unpack. And one from Alaska and the 2 from Chicago. So I think it's downstairs in the dryer, but that's all right. Hey, you Roro. Yes, party people, girl. I'm tired. You Roro, I was watching your video today about the tomatoes, girl. You had me dying laughing when you pulled them out and was putting them on your dehydrator, and you were adding all the different herbs, and stuff on there. Was talking about how good they are. I'm waiting on my tomatoes to get a little bit bigger so I can do the same thing. Yeah, I gotta try that. The way you was talking about it, you made me want to go grab some tomatoes then, but I don't have any red ones yet. My tomatoes are yellow. So I'm gonna try the yellow ones to see if it has the same effect. Trolls be trolling. If you don't have them, you're not doing something right. Just my opinion. But that's the truth though. If trolls don't show up, that means you're not doing something right. Okay? Yeah. They got to pop up in there just because they are what they are. But like you say, you fuss about them. How they say, get it out of your system and you keep it moving, because that will not be the last time you'll see a troll. You know, you just kind of ignore them after a while. You don't pay them any attention; they go away. Yeah, but see, that's our problem, though, Miss Patty. And they won't come either, because if you keep acting a fool like that, people won't show up because they don't want to be bothered with people like that. We here to uplift one another. We here to encourage one another. We here to bounce off new ideas off of one another or learn a new technique. We got new people popping up at everybody's lives. They'll come in saying I'm new, or this is my first time gardening, or I have questions. Um, I need to know somebody who lives in the same area I live in, or grow zone. They won't say grow zone because they haven't gotten that far, but they might say someone that's in here that lives in the same state that they live in that will have the same kind of weather. So they know what time of the year to plant certain stuff. I mean, like you can't plant spring stuff in the summer and vice versa, summer stuff in the spring. Um, if you want them to grow to fruition, you got to start from the bottom. You got to get your pots. If you're using pots, if you got soil, you have to amend your soil. You have to get your fertilizers together. You have to pick out seeds that of food that you or and your family will eat. You just don't plant everything willy-nilly, just like we had new gardeners who was dumping a whole pack of seeds in a small cup. You can't do that. So there's a lot to gardening other than just sticking a hole in the ground and dropping a seed. Uh, Thank you. Teaching, learning, relaxing, uplifting, motivating. This is why we're here. Exactly. This is what we're here for. Hey, the experience was sassy. How are you, sweetie? Glad you was able to stop in this evening. You say you're in the bushes, so hello all together. Hey, that's all right. You stop by. Make sure you hit that like button so you can show me that you like me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, everybody saying hello to one another. Yeah, so this is what we're here for. We're not here to pick out people's flaws. We're not here to degrade anybody. We're not here to laugh at anybody. We will laugh with you and not at you. Because sometimes you new gardeners, you do stuff that we can't help but get tickled about. So please don't take it personal that we're trying to belittle you or make you seem insignificant in regards to you not having as many skills as some of us do. It's not about that. Sometimes it's just about little things that you might say or do that we might have did at one time, you know? Hey, G Mama Grows. What's that? Hard in the Garden. All right. All right. I ain't mad at you. I like that new title there. All right. You throw it in there a little something, something. So thank you. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Is that hard or hand? Okay, hard in the garden. All right. Hey, do what you got to do. I know you're rolling with it. So everybody saying hello. It's MSOG. If that's what you're trying to do, Netta, if you want to drop your channel and your grow zone and your state, is MSOG. Okay, for that. So yeah, so we're all here to teach one another. You know, that's what I like about it. Our garden community, because uh, we're all in different grow zones. A lot of us are still in the heat. Others are starting to cool off and they're starting to pull up their summer garden and they're starting to plant fall gardens. Um, a lot of people have a washout because of the heat being so bad this year in some states. Our temperature has been like a yo-yo. It's been up and down, up and down. It's really been hard to grow certain stuff. Here in Ohio, in my part of Ohio, um, we're upper northeast, closer to Michigan, Detroit. Um, we had a lot of cool days and cool nights. And so our plants got to a slow start. You know, you might have to start it inside in cups, excuse me, start your own seedlings so that you could put it out once, you know, the weather warmed up here. Hey, Tina, how are you, Miss Linda? Which is said, I'm cooking and listening. That's all right. I'm glad you stopped by. Make sure you hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. What you cooking tonight, Miss Linda? I know it's something good. I know it's something good, something out of the garden. So yeah, T-Nog, I had oh shoot, a Romanesco. Dear got me. I was so hurt. I think I have a Tigger melon from one of the seeds you sent me. The deer been eating and eating the leaves off. They've been bad. They've been really bad this year. I've actually done a video that will be coming up shortly, where the deer has just kind of decimated my garden. They ate up all the leaves off of my cucumbers, my watermelon vines, my squash, my melon vines that ate down my okra, my flowers. And the killing part, I got chicken wire and bird netting out there. They just been horrible this year. I've never had a year this bad in regards to trying to grow my garden. There's a lot of things that I missed out on this year compared to last year. But you know what? That doesn't discourage me. I'm going to keep on. I'm going to clean out that one bed. I'm going to try to drop me some brassica, some Georgia collards, and some red mustards and a few other stuff. Yeah. Turn on your notification to keep up with Miss Shirley and show her that you like it. G Mama Grows just a little bit. Thank you very much. Yeah. Hey, K Gill, thank you for coming in this evening. Glad to see you made it back our way. I appreciate that. Yep. So, yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on in everybody's territory. I see a lot of people pulling up a lot of their summer stuff and starting to drop seeds for the fall. Because right now it's still warm enough that whatever you drop will have a good chance of germinating real fast and start. I think I was watching, who's that, Brooks video in regards to stuff he was planning and coming up. And I was watching Cece's video earlier of things that she planted in the ground and trying to get a head start on her fall garden. Well, thank you, K Gill. We're glad to have you here. That's a good thing. Oh yeah, she's a great. She's a no, she's not great. She's Awesome. Between G Mama Grows and TLC in the garden, those ladies are the bomb diggity. They be on it. They be busy. One of these days, when I become young again, I'm gonna be just like them. Hey, Ten, the educated natural. How are you, sweetie? I took some good notes about that LLC that you was talking about, Ten, because I might be winging over that way eventually. So I'm gonna rewatch that particular live. You really gave some good information. So thank you very much for being part of our garden community and looking out for people in regards to how they want to extend their business and the legalities that we need to be aware of once we decide to venture out into these different areas. And see, that's another thing about our garden community. We have people from all walks of life, okay? Whether it's mental illness, whether it's physical therapy, whether it's crafters, um, whether you're truck drivers or a daycare provider or a caregiver, you know, we have people from all walks of life who have been doing this for all their lives. Either this was part of their career or somehow or another they fell into this particular field of work because of their certain circumstances. A lot of people who have become caregivers have become quite well at it because they do the research in regards to how to care for the loved ones, whether it's elderly parents or whether it's a sick spouse, whether even if it's male or female, okay, in regards to that, or they might have disabled children and they need to be able to know of signs of distress, um, whether they need to learn about CPR or blood pathogens. When I was in the hospital working there before I retired, we had to be CPR certified every year. This was the norm. This wasn't extra points. While you're working in a hospital, it doesn't make a difference whether you're a nurse or an aide or a doctor. Everyone needed to know how to give CPR. You know, I mean, you could be walking down the hallway, somebody fall out, and you have to be able to administer some kind of CPR during that particular time to help that individual live. So, yeah, so this is what I like about the garden community. You have a lot of people hungering to learn about how to be self sufficient and growing organic vegetables in order to improve their lifestyle or maybe cut down on their food budget or just to try something new. I'm trying stuff new that I've been growing and gardening all my life. And I'm growing stuff now that I never heard of, never thought it was possible. And I'm enjoying every bit of it. We have like lion crest for the professor, okay, turf therapy. These gentlemen have the scientific knowledge of all the components that breaks down soils, the molecules, whether it's phosphorus, potassium, or whatever, in regards to the ratio or the square footage or whatever. I mean, these brothers go deep into breaking down the theories of hardcore gardening and the properties of soil. So I appreciate these ones that they're willing to share the information that they learn for us. You know, oh, hey, ex New York prepper, missed you. How are you? Glad to see you in the place tonight. Almost missed you there. Yeah, glad to see you made it. I have one long eggplant, the one that begins with an, I don't know if that's an I or an L. When is it too late to pick? When it gets so huge, it's hard because sometimes they get bitter when they get too big. Um, it begins with the L. I don't know which one that is because I'm growing eggplant, but I'm growing Black Beauty. So I don't know which one you're referring to. Um, basic life support is very important. Yes, it is, Netta. Yes, it very much so. Uh, thank you, G Mama. grows. I really appreciate. Netta, what state? Netta, if you have a channel, drop MSOG. If you have a channel, that will drop it. Or if you don't have a channel, put in your state, and if you know your grow zone, put that in as well. I'm quite sure there's someone somewhere in the chat that might be in your vicinity who could be helpful. Backyard Garden Flow 21. Thank you for stopping in tonight, sweetheart. Yes, yes, yes. I don't grow eggplant, but from what I understand, you want to harvest eggplant still shiny, not dull. True that. That much I do know. Check with Stacy, hands in the dirt. Yeah, we got someone. Bayou is in here. Is Sugar? Oh, there she go. I see you. Hey, Sugar. How are you? Yes, indeedy. Glad to see you made it in this evening. Like a flower in the spring, you keep getting more and more beautiful. With all due, ooh, oh my God, you're gonna make me blush. Stop! Don't stop, but stop. Ew, snap. I ain't mad at you. Okay. Back to the chat. All right. Yeah, we got a lot of people in here that are doing good. I had eggplant that was coming in beautiful. Then the deer came and they ate all the leaves off my plant. They broke some of the branches my eggplants were on and they stopped developing. And then the other eggplant got attacked by some kind of bug. And I was just like, oh my gosh, my garden this year is just pitiful. My jalapeno peppers are doing good. The deer that ate up all my chocolate cherry, uh, oh, they hurt my feelings on that one. They ate all the leaves off my okra. Then I had a few blossoms on my okra. They came back and ate the blossoms off of that. Oh boy, they've been killing me this year. Oh, my garden is nowhere near as nice this year as it was last year. But like I said, I'm not giving up. You know, I still have tomatoes that's been growing. My Paul Robesons haven't gotten big enough, but I got a cherry tomato that's called Snow Queen. Has anyone ever heard of it before? I actually picked some off of it today. They're like little small cherries, and they were starting to blush. So I said, let me get these off before the deer or one of these creatures get to it first. And my yellow tomatoes, I picked some of those today, as well as some more apples. Hey, Nikki, my other internet daughter. Glad to see you made it in this evening. Yes, indeed. She's saying hello to everybody. Yeah, I'm drinking champagne this evening. Guava. My, before I even say this, I want to say thank you to all you who prayed for my great grandbaby. She came home from the hospital, and my granddaughter sent me a picture while I was out of town of they took the feeding tube out of her, and she's feeding and eating on her own, and she's picking up weight. So thank you for all the prayers from all the ones out there in YouTube land, because you guys really came through for me when I was really feeling low. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I do not miss them critters in the yard. I still have pest pressure, but no intruders. G Mama, my yard has become, thank you, Nikki. Like Wild Kingdom. Like I said, I was gone for more than 14 days in my garden, and they just said, ooh, she gone. And they came through there like blockbusters. I mean, they, yeah, yeah, they came through. And there's nothing I could do about it. David, it's not just a deer. I had raccoons at night and groundhogs during the day. There's a groundhog that dug a like a U shape up underneath the neighbor's fence between my garden and his yard, and I pushed a really big stone. He pushed it out the way. So last year I broke up some glass and put it down in there. So every time he run through there, them little slivers got in his feet. Well, I got some more glass. I'm finna bust that up and stick it in the hole too. So I'm just like, okay, we gonna slow you down. You're gonna have to find a new way into the garden. But they still been killing me though. So like I said, I'm not discouraged because I can still plant my brassicas. I got plenty of seeds. I got plenty of seeds. I'm gonna drop them, and next year I'm gonna just start a little earlier on the inside, so I don't have to wait for seeds to germinate once the weather or the ground warm up to put stuff out. It was just a touch and go when you put stuff out. It was like 70 during the day, and then it dropped down to 40 to 35 at night. It was killing us for a long time. I know we're G Mama, Gina versus Gina, you Roro. I think you guys are actually maybe 10 or 15 degrees warmer than what we are up here with me and TLC. Because when you guys was hitting, 80, 85, we still was barely hitting 70 up this way. So, yeah. Uh, Oh, all right. Everybody saying hello to one another. Prepping and gardening go together like ham and cheese. Times are getting crazy. Keep prepping and praying. Oh yeah. I'm tomorrow. I want to go cut back my rosemary and my basil, and I want to put it in my dehydrator. And I got some onions that I pulled and garlic. I want to dehydrate that and make my own onion powder and my own garlic powder. Yeah, so yeah, it's a whole lot of stuff. We have two seasons here, wet and dry, so we can grow year round. Oh, that's cute, Benji. I like that. Hey, Bammit, how are you? And congratulations again on going over your 1K. I'm looking forward to that day coming. I'm getting closer to 700. When that one day I said I only needed three, no, it was 33 that I needed at that particular time. So I'm getting closer to 700. Um, Also, I could have probably reached that and passed it by now on my vacation, but I didn't think nothing about YouTube. I'm gonna tell the truth. My phone was on airplane mode, and I relaxed. If you saw some of my videos, my a good girlfriend of mine and my sister, we all split a balcony cabin, and it was just phenomenal. Sitting outside on the balcony, watching the mountains, and we actually saw whales, not the big ones, but the little smaller ones coming in and out, and we saw seals and sea otters and stuff sitting out on the balcony. It was just phenomenal. And some things that I thought I should have recorded, I was like, I'm chilling. It would have made some great content, but I was on vacation. Yes, indeedy. So some stuff I did get, and other stuff, hey, if I go back that way again, I'll do it the second time around. Yeah. Who are y'all talking about? Tia. They been trying to keep up with who drinking what beer. Oh, I done missed that whole conversation. I'm starting another round of strawberries. I'm excited. I have 6 varieties after this song. Ooh, that's all right. Now let me tell you, my strawberry patch has gotten so huge, it's literally have taken over the backyard. And I have runners actually creeping out onto the blacktop in the backyard where I can literally just take one, put a pot up underneath it, stick it down in the dirt, and start a whole new batch of strawberries. I mean, my strawberries have gone friggin' bananas. I actually bought a different variety that's actually still putting out strawberries as we speak. And I'm just waiting for a couple of juicy ones that's on there to ripen up. For some reason, the deer and the groundhogs haven't bothered it, and I hope they don't. But yeah, I got a pepper plant. I think it's Tabasco. Oh, excuse me, that they haven't gone near. So I'm on the verge of taking some of those Tabasco peppers, putting it in a spray bottle with a little water and uh, liquid detergent, and make it a spray and see if that'll keep them back off of my brassicas. Give me a chance to have a nice harvest of that. It was absolutely phenomenal, David. What like the time messed me up. Like, we were on Eastern Standard Time, but we were on the West Coast. So we were already 3 hours behind. And so it was funny. One morning I woke up, it was 6 o'clock our time, but it was only 3 o'clock their time. And then when we crossed a certain part in Alaska, you had to turn your clock back another hour. So we didn't know whether to wake up or lay down. I was taking naps at crazy times of the day because my body was not used to the constant change in the time. So by the time we got back home, you know, I'm sitting up, I'm up 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning when it's actually only like 10 or 11 o'clock their time. So I was messed up for a minute. Then I just came back from Chicago and then they turned their clocks back an hour. So I'm still, my sleep is all jacked up. I don't know whether to lay down and get up. I just hit 30, 46 subs. I don't deserve it. Well, evidently you must. You got them. I love your strawberry patch, Miss Julia. I want mine that big someday. Yeah, it's nice though because everybody in the neighborhood, I just tell them to come over with a bowl and just start, you know, grabbing strawberry. I can't eat them all. I can make smoothies and freeze some, but it's a lot of strawberries. I'm serious, y'all. I have strawberries for like a week. You can come over every single day. I even with the slugs and whatever, I still have a gazillion strawberries. Love it though. I'm not complaining. I love it. All right, well, I just ordered some more strawberries. I'm down to 3 plants from maybe 30. Ooh, what happened? What happened to the other ones? Did they die or what? Many times for my kids, but they wouldn't grow. Oh, strawberries is not an issue in my backyard. Mm-mm. That's right, David. Tell him. Hit that like button. Show man that you like it. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. Let's see who else I was talking about today. Let's see, I was talked about. Oh, I said congratulations to Bamman on his 1K. Uh, oh yeah, I was watching Mike's video on the yellow, I think, or was it orange? I think it was yellow, the lunchbox pepper that you was doing the pepper taste test, you and your wife. You said it was pretty sweet. And then I watched the time lapse, the sweet chocolate bell peppers. Let's see. You grow row about the tomato chips. Oh, and I was watching Broke Farmer during his fall tour with his melons and fall planting. And I was watching Cece's video early today where she found a melon growing in a pot that she missed, but her girlfriend saw it. That was funny. Hey, Maria Graham, thank you for stopping in this evening, saying hello to everybody. Uh, Benji, David want to know where are you located at? If you have your own channel, drop MSOG. If not, drop your state. If you know your grow zone, drop that. When I do get it to grow, the ants gone with it. Huh? That's a possibility. Oh, you said it's orange. Okay, it looked like it was yellow to me. Okay, Mike, I stand corrected. Thank you very much. Yeah, but I was watching y'all do the taste test. Gina, yes, how you doing this evening, sweetie? How are you? I stayed up. I got up early this morning because I couldn't sleep, Gina, and I was watching you and Erica, my fly family, and Billy talking about the kids out here running in extreme heat without being hydrated and how that these coaches aren't prepared for when these kids fall out, you know. Yeah. I watched the whole thing. I thought that was more than interesting in regards to that. So, yeah. And they really need to be careful of it. And you see how many kids are dropping dead from having undiagnosed heart diseases. And they always seems to be in sports. Either they got bad hearts or they're asthmatic and they seem to be in sports and they want to push their limits. And you got to be careful. They need to know about these kids' health conditions. Because I know my son played in sports in junior high and high school, and he had to have a physical before he could re enroll in these classes. So I'm trying to figure out are these schools making these kids have physicals before they go into these sports? or do they just bypass them because they're good at what they do? Because it's causing more than just physical discomfort. It's causing some of these kids their lives. So I'm really interested in knowing just how much these coaches in schools are investing in these children's health than more so the points that these kids can score. So, just a little food for thought in regards to that. I had to do CPR on a kid at one of my son's games. See, that's what I'm saying. You know, any to be truthful, any parent who has a child in sports should be CPR certified. Honestly, because just like Shug say, what if no one there knew how to do CPR? Are they gonna just stand there and watch that child die, or just panic and hope that the EMS will get to them before it's too late? To be truthful, I think everybody should be CPR certified, whether you're in the medical field or not, or whether you have children in sports or not, because you never know when it might come in handy. It might be at a family reunion where you might have a child that's choking that needs uh, the proper way of how to lay them down and tilt their head, check their airway, and all that stuff. Same way with elderly ones. They can have a stroke or heart attack. You need to be able to know what to do in all these different instances. Physicals don't detect heart disease. They need to have a cardiac sports clearance, but it's not mandatory. Well, the way the kids are dropping dead from heart disease, I think that should be a number one priority. Because that's a very strenuous sport, whether it's basketball or tennis or running. That puts a lot of strain on your major organs. So I would think they would add that to it. That's scary. Luckily, you knew what to do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So not everybody knows how to do it, and it wouldn't hurt. I mean, that's just another skill that you will learn. I mean, you could be on an airplane and somebody fall out in the airport. Anywhere. Yeah, someone in the supermarket might pass out. That you can do CPR on until EMS. So it can be useful wherever you go. It doesn't have to be just for one specific reason. It's just good to know, period. My mom used to have a young man that lived with her. And even at my mom's age, she had to be CPR certified just in case Chris fell out. So, yeah. That was a great live with some valuable insight and information. Yeah, it was. That's why I was saying I really enjoyed. I watched it to the very end. Uh, the physicals are not thorough, no EKGs or labs. Yeah, but that's where you need to speak up and talk and tell them what you want done for your kid. Because as a parent, you want your child's safety, regardless of what your child does. So it's as a parent, it's up to you to say, well, he does such and such and such. I want this checked out. I'm paying for it, so check it out. Simple as that. I work with the public. My job requires CPR training. Haven't had to use it yet in 5 years, but I go to class every year. Like I said, it's not just, for work. CPR is good wherever you go, wherever you go. Whether you're in this country or another country or visiting or whatever, CPR never runs out of style. It never gets old. It doesn't change. So it's good to know it. It wouldn't hurt. Hey, the retired guard. Now, how you been? I've been missing you. Are you okay? Guava. Actually, I lost a dear friend on my trip in Chicago. He had a massive heart attack. They literally said he was gone before he hit the ground, and they was doing CPR on them until EMS came and they took over. So it was a happy and a sad occasion all at the same time. I made sure as a parent I have my son checked thoroughly. I'm an advocate for other parents to do the same. Right, right. You know what you want your child to be safe in anything that he does. Yeah, hon, you were missed. uh, um, I'm about to say go on, but thank you, dear. My son was playing football and he got his hand broke, and we went to the emergency, and they set his hand. We went back the following week for new X-rays, and they said they didn't set his hand right, and they had to re-break his hand. Oh my goodness. It took all I had in me to keep from screaming, to listen to them break my son's hand and reset it. His hand is fine now because he was young and he could heal. That was in high school. Well, he's 53 now, so. But at that time, I, me, as a parent, when I saw it happen, I literally was walking on top of people's heads in the bleachers, trying to get down to the field to get to my child. So, for any parent who has a child in sports, if you're not proactive, you need to be proactive. Don't depend on the teachers and the coaches to care for your child, especially if you're there at the games or events. Okay, you can be as much proactive as they are. And from what I heard at Erica's, my fly family, a lot of those parents didn't know what to do. They didn't know CPR, and they were standing around. You know, Mary Grow with me. Hello, sweetie. Thank you for stopping in. Like Erica and them said, they was trying to cool this child down because child was running a fever. Okay, they trying to cool this child down. They were proactive in regards to giving it some kind of comfort to that child while the rest of them was standing around doing nothing. So, yeah, it wouldn't hurt you to know something that can be life saving for someone who's having a life crisis. Uh, let's see what else. Thank you. Uh, Bro, mama, what are you saying? The Heimlich is another. Years ago, a woman was choking in a restaurant, and I performed the Heimlich. A huge piece of steaks dislodged from her throat. Thank goodness. Oh, a huge piece. Okay. Hey, that's another good one, too. The Heimlich maneuver. Yeah, yeah. We learn how to do that, too, at the hospital. Tay Weezy, get out of here. Oh, Lord, the champ is here. No, no, no. Ain't but one champ up in here. This is my life. You just visited. Good evening. Thank you for stopping in. And parents need to advocate to have several AE defibrillators at the school or facilities close by because most schools don't even have one. Yeah, they need to have the portable one that the coach should have right in the dugout, whether it's baseball or in the penalty box for hockey or whatever. They got portable ones. You see them all over the hospital in the different hallways where you can snatch it open. You don't even have to break the glass. Just snatch it open and pull it up. Hit that button and charge it up. Tell everybody clear. Hit them. Boom. So yeah. Uh oh my, so sorry about you. Yeah. Thank you, Benj. Yeah. We thought we was gonna have to worry about his wife because when she found out her husband had passed out, she passed out. It was a hot mess for a hot minute. Oh, yeah, that was scary. Oh, I got a net in here. Our school has that AED on the field. Okay. All right. Now, do they know how to use it? Just because they have one, has anybody had training? Just because you got a piece of equipment doesn't mean you know how to use it. It's just like Led is always telling you about your generators. Don't buy all this stuff and then leave it in the box and don't know how to use it. And then when it's time to use it, you don't have time to read the instructions. You need to know exactly how to use whatever it is. So in regards to the AED, they need to know that no one can be holding or touching that individual when you hit them with them paddles. You got to make sure that it's charged all the way up before you hit them. Stand clear. Yeah, it's rough. Hey, Grace. Thank you for coming in this evening. Really appreciate that. Yeah. And the killing part about it, he fainted at lunchtime. And instead of him going to the doctor and have himself checked out, he refused to go. I do believe my friend knew he was at that point. Like, we're all older. Um, he's in his 80s. So I kind of think that he knew that this was like the last hurrah for him. So he went out just the way he wanted to, around friends and family, and it was quick. Yeah, so I'm just waiting to hear details of a Zoom memorial because I can't go back to Chicago. Yeah. And there, and Dilly, what's up, baby? How are you? How are you? Odom. Yes. Hey, you come in singing Odom? Miss D's Hollywood Garden. Thank you for coming in. I hear you, Nana. Oh man, they don't want to see me. They do not want to see me come running out there. Sweet Thumb, what's up? Saw you earlier today in other folks' chats. Glad to see you in mine. Please, Sean, make sure y'all hit that like button so you can show me that you like me just a little bit. Oh, you do? Yeah. Oh, is that my man, VP? What's up? My other Buckeye brother from another mother. Hey, thank you. I understand. Yep, I know you got one too, and I appreciate you sliding through and hitting that like button and showing me that you like me just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. Oh, that's right. Let them know. I want to show you a picture. Ah, all right. No, I don't want that. You know how sometimes you want to use your phone and you can't use your phone? Yeah, this is a picture. Sunday night, the Temptations, we had a dinner dance in Chicago. And as they got ready to leave, I was able to catch them. And I got this picture with the Temptations. That's the new Temptations. And actually, Paul Williams' son, Paul Williams Jr., is one of the Temptations now. And I want to show you. This is my dress I wore for the dinner dance before I changed into the black one. I don't know if y'all can see that. So, wait a minute. Let me see if I can cancel that out. All right. See if you can get a better picture up. So that was for the dinner dance Sunday night, the Temptations. It was a good time had by all. We partied. We rock 'em soccer. Hey, J3. What's up, honey slanger? I'm glad. Hey, Granny's Journal. Thank you for stopping in. Yes, indeed. Yeah, we was doing a little styling and profiling. We kind of cleaned up. Soap and water does some wonders for some people. And a little, smelly good, as my mother used to say here and there. Sandra, living with MS. Thank you for stopping in this evening. Glad to see that you had a chance to come in and say hello. You play nice as well. Yeah, that's right, Vision. Tell him. Tell him. So J3 is coming in there telling everybody. Oh. All right, for you ones in the chat. Thank you, Maria. Every now and then I can do a little something. Um, I want you to let me know what you're growing as far as brassicas. Me myself, I'm gonna try Georgia collards, champion collards. I got Vats collards. I have those spicy red mustards, and I'm gonna try. I don't know if I can get cauliflower this time of year in our region to grow, but I'm gonna throw it in there just for good measure, just to see if I can. But those are pretty much the brassicas that I'm going to grow here in Zone 6B in Cleveland, Ohio. Because our weather, um, I think yesterday was our last hot day. We're going down to 70s during the days and the 50s at night from the big 84, 85, and 87 that we've had here in Cleveland. When I left Chicago, it was 94 to 97 degrees every day. It was hot in Chicago. And then come here, we're in the 80s. Now it's getting ready to drop to the 70s. So our seasons is already changing. I don't think we're going to get an Indian summer. I think we've had our Indian summer because in a minute it'll be time to change the clock back an hour. Oh, that's another one. Thank you, Mike. Kale. I want to grow some kale. I got curly kale. I got dinosaur kale. I want to throw some kale in there. So Gino said you got blue Alabama collards, purple collards, cabbage, broccoli, and carrots. Oh, carrots, might try. Hey, goodies, good evening. Thank you for coming in. Greatly appreciated. I've been looking for my Georgia collard seeds for 3 days. They better show us. Now I got a bunch of Georgia collards from Gina versus Gina. I got some for her, so that's what I'm throwing in the ground. Yeah, good eats saying hello to everybody. Everybody saying hello to everybody. Grace is doing a hand pink and waving. Okay. My kale and collards from spring are still out there from the spring. Yeah. We didn't get the extreme heat in Ohio like Georgia and Texas and Alabama and Arizona and California and Florida. We got some hot days, but they were sporadic. They were like spread out here and there. They weren't consistent. Like you guys, not only were you getting extreme temperatures, but you were also not getting rain. And here, not only were we getting rain, we were actually getting tornadoes touching down, which is a rarity in Ohio. We get some severe weather, but we've had more tornadoes this year than we've had in years. And high winds came through here. Um, I was in Alaska at the time, and they was knocking flower pots that got dried out off my window shelves. And fortunately, when I got back home, I gave them a good soaking, and they were okay. I did lose one really big one, but that was all right. Wasn't no big deal. But everything else seemed to fare well. Uh, Yeah, so it's hit and miss everywhere. Hey Tia, how are you, hon? Drum gold, he said. Georgia collards and vats are you too. Cabbage, kale, and mustard zone 9B. All righty. Okay. It's still hot here in South Carolina, 95 degrees today. See, it only got up to 76 here today, and it's supposed to drop down to 58. Odom says green beans, collard greens, turnip greens, carrots, and cabbage. Okay. I see everybody throwing that kale and cabbage. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. Me, 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 me. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Do, do, do. I'm going to stop there. I did it in a lower key today. My throat is still raspy from partying for the last 14 days. Hey, Lala. How are you this evening, sweetheart? Glad to see you in the place. And I'm glad you haven't melted. Yes, indeedy. It's still hot in a lot of places. I'm not mad at y'all, but yesterday it was a pressure cooker. It got up to 87 degrees and then it rained. I mean, it rained. It was hard and quick. I don't even think it lasted a good 45 minutes. But once it stopped raining, the humidity shot up so high. I'm not kidding. You can almost cut it with a knife. I went to Bible study, so we're in a air conditioned building. As soon as you walked out, that heat said, Remember me? Oh my goodness. It was like, whoa, it will knock you backwards. It got so humid. I kept my air conditioning on all night just to keep the humidity down in the house. It was just that muggy. You couldn't sleep. The air was so thick you couldn't breathe. So I understand when you guys saying that it's hot, it's past hot, it's hot. Yes, currently it's 105 in Texas. Ah, that's cooking dinner on the sidewalk, 105. Oh my goodness, you can't even take a shower or a bath in water that hot. Oh my goodness. Oh, I feel for y'all. I miss the heat in regards to my garden because my plants keep, temperature keep going up and down. They take off 1 minute, then the temperature drops 25 to 30 degrees, and then they slow down, and then they wait. And then they are waiting for another warm, hot spot. It might not come. And then a week later, just when they start to peter out, it shoots back up again. So, yeah, my plants don't know if they're coming and going. They really don't. But like I said, I'm thankful to get whatever I have. I'm not gonna be discouraged by it. I just drop some new seeds and keep it moving. My daughter looking at my light, mommy, what you watching? Yeah, tell her you watching your version of Benji TV, Miss Shirley, right now. Oh, she heard me singing, so she's wondering what. That's funny. That's cute. How old is your daughter? Living Natural. Hey, thank you for stopping in this evening. I didn't see you if I missed you from earlier. Glad you're here. Thank you for stopping in. It's starting to get a little muggy now. I had the porch door open and the ceiling fan going for good air circulation, but for some reason it's starting to get a. Okay, I'm looking at the temperature. It says it's 81. Okay, and partly cloudy. That's what my computers say anyway. Yeah, Living Natural. Thank you for stopping in this evening. I hope you hit that like button and show me that you like it. Just a little bit will be greatly appreciated. You say I'm happy to see my okra blooming again. I'll try to save some seeds this round. Honey, my okra bloom. They had ate all the leaves off the plant, just sticks, and left the bloom. Came back the next day, the bloom was gone. So I'm not getting okra this year either. I got it the year before last. It grew to about 8 or 9 feet and it was pumping some serious okra out. I haven't seen okra in 2 years. They just won't let me have it. I still got watermelon, peppers, tomatoes, and squash out there. I'm not ready for this cooler weather yet either. I'm not. I'm definitely. Oh, she's a baby. She's only 8. Bless her heart. Give her a hug and tell her it's from Miss Shirley. I love children. I do. They think I'm just as silly as they are. They look at me and they just laugh every time. I was like, okay. I take it. I love children, all ages. But I have a 3-year old and an 8-month old as well. Oh, okay. Oh, you got your hands full. Woo. Yeah, that's high octane. That is not a curveball. That's high octane. Oh, a 3-year old. Oh, they be bouncing off the walls. And the 8-month old gonna be right behind it. All right, kudos to you, sweetie. I don't have children. I got veterans. My grandkids are grown. The oldest one will be 33 this year. So, and then the next one is see, she's 30. She'll be 31. Well, she probably turned 31 in July. And then my grandson, he's a teenager. So I don't have any children. I got veterans. But my oldest granddaughter just had her first baby. So I have my first great grandchild. So she's 3 weeks old now. So yeah, I don't have no babies in this house. They're all veterans. They can care for themselves, which I'm so happy. But I'm looking forward to this great grandbaby though. That's the 5th generation. I can't wait to go visit her. I had a little tickle for a minute, so I didn't want to go around the baby. She just came home from the hospital. Nana is feeling better. I'm ready to go see my baby. I'm ready to go see my baby. You know how we get, want to hug and snuggle and feed. I don't mind changing diapers. That's all part of being a parent. Gloria Elliott, thank you for stopping in this evening. How are you? I'm not ready either. Gina, my melon just started and tomato plants are loaded. Yeah, for the cooler weather. Oh, then where you at? Are you gonna get cooler weather? My kids' events too. Over 30 crew. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know, babies. Yep. If my mom's baby sister is still alive. She's the first generation. I'm the second generation. My son's the third generation. My granddaughter is the fourth generation. And my great grandbaby, 5 Jesus, is still on this earth. We've been blessed because not everybody got 5 generations still around. Yes, indeed. I want to get a group picture together of all five. I want us to wear white blouses and shirts and blue jeans. Something simple. Just 5 generations of us together. I'm harvesting okra right now. Oh, I'm so jelly about that. God, I want some okra so bad. Yeah, drop. That's right. Type MSOG, drop your grow zone and your channel if you have one so other folks can go and check you out. Thank you, Grace. And let folks know where you're at so they can come and watch your videos. And that gives them an idea of what they can plant now. Because some people want to plant summer stuff, and it's really actually time for fall stuff. So give them a heads up on what they can plant now, and they can check out the stuff you plant because just because you like tomatoes don't mean the next person like tomatoes. So they can also see what alternatives that they can plant other than things they may or may not like. Now, I noticed a lot of people are growing certain things that they don't like, but family members like it. So I was laughing at who's that broke farmer? He don't like onions, but his wife and kids might like onions. He don't like, what is it, radishes? All right, it's just certain things that one person may or may not like. So you don't want to plant stuff you don't like and don't need. Only if you don't need it. I wouldn't experiment yet until you get a handle on just perfecting the small things. You might not have a big yard or have a plan for it as of yet. You don't know if you're going to plant in 5 gallon buckets or 20 gallon buckets or 17-gallon laundry tubs, or you might have raised beds, or you might use grow bags. I mean, there are so many different materials that you can use in regards to growing your veggies in. Um, it's just like Pam, a scaredy cat gardener. She grows in containers. She likes containers, and she shows you the different sizes that she has. She likes the color red. So, she has raised beds built and she has garden containers. I grow on whatever I can get, that will fit that particular item. I have a lot of 5 gallon buckets that I can get for free at a local, what is it? Mm, you can get deli foods and stuff from there, and they sell corned beef. So they get corned beef in these 5 gallon buckets. And the first week of every month, they just put them out for free and lids. And you can take as many as you want. You can take them all, or you can take a couple. So I try to go by every so often and get 4 or 5. If I don't use them personally for myself, if I know someone who wants to get into gardening, I will get them some, and I will even drill the holes for drainage for them so that they can get a head start on growing maybe one pepper plant, or if they like squash, one squash plant or cucumber plant. Show them how to make a TP trellis for your vines to grow up on. I mean, it's so many ways that you can help someone other than yourself into gardening. And if, like I said, if you're a new gardener, please do not pour a whole pack of seeds into 1 cup. You only need about 3. So if all 3 survive, you can give 1 away, and then you can have the other 2 according on to your family size, or who you want to give away your veggies to other than yourself or a neighbor or a loved one. Yeah. Hey, GT Jr., I see somebody saying hello to you. So you in here somewhere? Hey, GT. How are you, darling? I have a yard, but I prefer containers. See? Well, that's your preference, though. I see somebody saying, "Hey, Mona, what's up, girlfriend? How are you?" I always laugh at Mona when she brought in that container that had the sweet potato in it that she forgot all about, and how it grew another sweet potato. So that's what I'm saying. We need nature. Nature don't need us. So it's just us. It's up to us to do it the proper way to get the effects that we want. And to start with the foundation, and that's the soil. I got a lot. Oh, you got a lot of milk crates. Asking the store for that had them stacked outside. Oh yeah, whatever. I did a video about milk crates where I planted my gladiolas. The only reason y'all haven't seen a new video on that is because the raccoons came in and they totally destroyed my milk crate. They dug up and smashed every gladiola I had in there, and then and turned the crate sideways and dug the dirt out. I was so disgusted and hurt. So how's your great grandbaby do? Your great grand retirement. She's doing fine. My great grandbaby came home from the hospital. They took the feeding tube out. She's feeding on her own, and she's gaining weight, and she's looking absolutely gorgeous. My granddaughter, I want to show a picture of her so bad, and my granddaughter said no, Graham. So that's my little Gigi for great granddaughter. So I'm Nana. She's Gigi. Yeah, I got gangster critters. They straight up gangster ghetto critters. Oh, I even got gangster possum. They don't mind walking across your driveway and looking at you like like what's up with that? But them the ugliest things you ever want to see. I know what you mean. Oh, I quit not playing. Oh, yeah. Okay. So yeah, yes, that's true. That retirement. Yep. Praise y'all. Yep. So yeah. So I pulled up sweet potatoes today. I don't even want to hear it. Oh, this is the first year I haven't planted sweet potatoes. I had the slits the whole 9 yards. Life happened and I didn't get to them. But I do have my Yukon Gold. They finally flowered. Now the flowers have turned into seed heads. I'm just waiting for it to die back. I didn't have sweet potatoes, but I did put some potatoes in a real tall trash can. So hopefully I only put two potatoes in there now. I only put two that I found that had fell behind my wired rack, and they were loaded with new growth on it. So I planted those, and less than a couple of days later, they was already poking up through the soil, and I kept adding soil as they got bigger and bigger, and so now the top growth is like this tall. So I don't know what I have underneath there, but hopefully I get a decent harvest. Wife walked up to squirrel today, looked at her, and it didn't move. Yeah, well, these creatures out here aren't scared of men anymore. They used to, if they caught the scent of men, they would run. Not anymore. When I confronted those deers in my garden, people looked at the deers, everybody was like, don't get too close, they're gonna charge. And I'm like, this is my yard. We about to do the thing. We're gonna have a staring contest. And they stared at me and I stared at them and I started picking up a stick and started swinging. I was like, y'all got to go. These animals aren't scared of humans anymore. Goodies Homestead, what's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, zero fear. They don't care. It's like if you're not, pulling out a 9 gauge or some kind of pew pew, they not scared of you. They stand there and look at you like what? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Me and groundhogs, when I used to come out the side door, he's standing there looking at me and I'm like, oh, you got to go. What you standing there looking at me for? I was like, no, we ain't doing this. So these animals have no fear of men anymore. We have stray cats. No, no, we got stray cats around here, but they're not as bad as the deer and the groundhog and the raccoons. I had one raccoon stop, and he's leaning back on his hind legs, and he was standing almost up to my waistline. That's how tall he was. I was like, oh, I don't know if you rabbit or what, but no, I'm not gonna fight you, but you're not gonna come back here and raid my yard. I grabbed a shovel. I was like, we gonna rock this one way or the other. When I got to swinging at it, it jumped back. I was like, yeah, you got to go. And I got raccoons at night and groundhogs during the day and a deer in between, and a possum might throw itself in there just for good measure. My sweet potatoes bloom. I'm still waiting to pull them. They're scared of me. Okay, Odom. I'll be waiting on that video because I'm gonna set my tripod up when I get to pulling up those Yukon goals. I hope I'm not disappointed because it's a lot of greenery there, a lot of greenery. So I hope I have something. Oreo looks at me like that, and he only weighs 3 pounds. Yeah, groundhogs, some good eating. I keep hearing that they should be. They vegetarians. They tear up my garden. They should be nice and lean. They shouldn't have any fatty meat in them. They should be good. I had goat. I had goat one time in a friend's house. They said, "You know what you eat?" And I was like, "No, but it's good." They said it's goat. I was like, "And your point is, I'm like, can I have some more?" I mean, she seasoned the heck out of it. It was nice and tender. So I can believe groundhogs. I guess because I hate for groundhogs. I might be a little leery of eating it, but if the person I know who cooks it, I know how they cook, how well they season their food. It might be pretty doggone good. I heard, who was that the other day? It was Unbiased LLC, and she was talking about her son was grilling squirrel, and Jay was telling him how to cook the squirrel, and I was like, I don't know about squirrel. I think I eat a groundhog before I eat a squirrel. But if it's seasoned right and they slide it in and I taste and it's all right, then I'm good. I'm not gonna spit it out or throw it up. So it ain't gonna kill me. I'm good. So Odom says groundhog is some good eating. So I take it you've already had a taste test. See, we have a park, a really big park down at the end of my street. Now I used to let the hunters come in the fall and thin out the herd of deer. That's how many deer that we have in this neighborhood. They didn't pass a new levy. So now if you get caught shooting a deer, you can actually get fined and prison time. But they need to bring them back because they're starting to eat people's rhododendrons and azaleas. Barbecue goat delicious. That's the only way I've had it. Okay, I've never had a barbecue, but the way she fixed it was pretty good. Yep. Then you say dinner. Squirrel is good too. I haven't had squirrel. Chick, Sweet Thumb call it chicken of the tree. That's one way of putting it. In the country, they eat raccoons. Yeah, in the country, they eat pretty much everything. I don't know too much they don't eat. Rabbit, squirrel, chickens, whatever. Hey, Gail, where you been? I haven't seen you in a while. You all right, sweetheart? Just got home from Joint Fabrics. What did you do? Did you get a new box and put some more seeds in it? Catch one of them good sales with a coupon? Yep, everybody's saying hello. What? No, they do the cute squirrel. Ain't nothing cute about a squirrel. I'm sorry. I had squirrels that I had to fight with on my bird feeder. I was thinking about getting one of them bird feeders where they get on, if they grab it from the bottom, they spin around till they spin off of it. Yeah, because they was tearing out my bird feeder. They was getting the sunflower seeds. It was just shells everywhere. They messy. Squirrels are messy when they hit a bird feeder. My elders used to cook raccoon. I've never tried it. Okay. What? You didn't get the recipe? You didn't find out how it tastes? What Jay say he cooked squirrel. You talk about raccoons, but Jay was talking about squirrel with gravy. So everybody got their own recipe on how to cook these tree rats and all the other one. Only had goat in a gyro. In a gyro? That's interesting. I never had it in a gyro. There's got to be a walnut tree near me. Squirrels kicked my door. F me one. They think we fed. What kind of squirrels you got, Mike? I've never heard that, Mike. I've actually had a squirrel that used to knock on my window because I used to put out nuts a long time ago. And when the tray, I overslept one day and I didn't put nuts out. And I kept hearing something tapping. I kept, what is that noise? And I went downstairs and I heard it again. And I went in the kitchen and it was a squirrel tapping on the kitchen window, like, where my breakfast at? And I'm like, oh, sorry, my bad. I always buy that mixed bag of nuts that had like pecans and walnuts and acorns and all that other stuff. I bought $100 of fabric and patterns. Busy girl. Oh, are you a crafter, Gail? Are you making dresses or are you making blankets? Or can you give us a little more detail on when you spend that kind of money? You got something definitely in mind. So would you care to share? I would love to know. I got two feeders. They can't get in, and so they eat what birds drop. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Tree rats. That's what they call squirrels, tree rats. We will sit on a tray, drink water. Yeah. And that's another thing I've heard too, that a lot of people were putting out bowls of water for the squirrels or rabbits or whatever animals that was in their neighborhood because they were attacking people's vegetables and they weren't eating the vegetables. They was looking for moisture because it was so hot. So people were actually putting out bowls of water to help keep them out their vegetable garden from attacking watermelons or tomatoes or peppers or melons of any kind. They would scratch and drink because they were parched. I even saw a video where a squirrel walked up to a person because they saw him with a bottle of water. It's amazing how intelligent animals are. And the guy took the cap off and he put it down and he was pouring the water, and the squirrel wasn't letting a drop go past his lips. It drank that water. It was just that thirsty. So animals have to be taken care of just as well as your own personal pets, your children, and your family. So when they attack your garden, it's not because they're hungry. Sometimes it's because they're thirsty and they need some way of quenching their thirst. Mike's garden got them those West Coast squirrels. He got a certain breed, huh? They bring me all sorts of stuff. Buns, they steal from fast food places. It's funny. Mike, what are you doing to your squirrels that they bringing you all this stuff? What is you dropping off in the water? I put water out. It works. Yeah, I know it does. I've done it too because I used to have them bite into my tomatoes. And when I read about that a long time ago in regards to they get thirsty. So if it hasn't rained for a while and they can't find a source of water nearby, they will attack your veggies just so that they can quench their thirst. So I put out a bird feeder, a couple of them, and I was filling it sometimes 2 or 3 times a day between the birds and the squirrels or what have you, quenching their thirst. So yeah, it's that's really true. I have been sewing tops and dresses after losing 17 pounds. I need new clothes, all on a big step. You go, girl. 17 pounds. I ain't mad at you. Handle your business. That sounds like a winner to me. I know you're going to be absolutely gorgeous when you get it together. I got videos of squirrels laid out in the heat. Oh, wow. We got to see that. Yes, indeed. I am up potting my seedlings and get all my pots and grow bags ready to plant. I am not planting in my raised beds for the fall. Only one of my beds I'll plant callaloo in it. Okay. All right. Let your beds rest and get them ready for the spring. Remember squirrels store for the winter months. Yeah, true that. Yes, last summer they bit every tomato. This summer, none. Yeah, seriously. I learned about that a long time ago. I will be live you soon, like you soon. I'm on 30 days watermelon challenge now on day 7. Ooh, I love watermelon, but I had to literally be sitting next to a bathroom. Watermelon is just like drinking a 40 ounce of water. It just goes right through me. I don't think I can do 30 days. My system will be definitely clean, but I don't think I can do 30 days. Yeah, congrats. Yeah, that's right. Tell them 17 pounds. That's all right. Good night, Miss Shirley Chat. Have a good night. Thank you, Tia. Thank you for stopping by this evening. I appreciate you coming by. And I'll be back here next Thursday at the same time, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Come back and show me that you like me just a little bit. Hey, Hands of the Dirt. You cooking? Oh, all right. Chat just jumped, so you can't respond. That's all right, Stacy. You stopped by. I appreciate it. And come this Saturday, I will be a special guest on Nikki's show at 7 o'clock. I can't wait to see what crazy questions they're gonna ask me. Oh, Mike said, make him a plate, Stacy. Hook him up. Hook him up. I have 2 black walnut trees. The squirrels love me. That's 17 pounds was left at the hospital. Okay. Well, as long as you're okay and you're back home and you're working on getting your wardrobe together, I'm happy for you. Sound like a win-win situation all the way around. Yes, indeed. Um, J3, you said you was gonna quit selling honey after what was that date again? Fun I watch on Saturday if I'm home. Looking forward to it. Yes, indeedy. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. My wardrobe is so skanky, so I don't know what I'm gonna wear. It's just so hard to make up your mind. As women, it's our prerogative to just change our minds whenever we feel like it. So I don't know what I'm gonna wear. Nikki, what should I wear? Should I be casual or should I be demure? Or should I be fancy? Nikki, tell me what to wear. Tell me what to wear. Been home 2.5 months and feel very good. It's all good. Glad to hear that. Yes, indeed. Cheryl, you laughing at me? What you talking about? Ooh, well, she said surprise us. Is this a family show or is it X-rated? Oh, it's at 7 o'clock. That's still family time. Okay. All right. Mm-mm. Do multiple changes like Beyonce. Mm-mm. I want to be like the Worthingtons or Jay and April. 15th of September, last day until 2025. Okay. Thank you, honey slang. I hit you up. Okay. I asked, how you gonna hit him up, Cheryl? Ah, well, Nikki says a family show. So she said I gotta wear clothes. Okay. In other words, what you laughing at, Grace? It's just been fun though. It's sometimes as you get older, you learn to appreciate things a little more. So, when you're young, you think somebody who's 20 years old is old when you're a kid. And now that I'm older, you know, I see a 20-year-old, they think I'm ancient. So it's just funny how if you really pay attention to your life and the people that surround you in regards to how they see you per se, what is it? The Generation Z and Generation X. And I'm like, what's with all the initials and this, that, and the other? I just remember the folks that's born back in the 40s and 50s was just called baby boomers. I'm like, who's Generation X and Generation Z? I was like, okay, I got to learn. I had to keep up with what's happening. I had to call my granddaughter sometime. I said, what do such and such and such mean? And she's like, Google it, Grandma. And I'm just like, how come you just can't tell me? You know. And at one time when folks first started coming out, they was doing anagrams or whatever, all these initials and this, that, and I was trying to sit and figure out what all these initials was. Like that one woman said, what do IDK stand for? And her daughter said, I don't know. And she said, you don't know either? So, so I thought that was cute. Oh, really? But I'm the wrong shade, ain't it? I love Grace Kelly, by the way. She was a beautiful woman. Shan Tyreman, hello. Nice to see you in here this evening. You slid on in here. I'm so glad to see you. Uh, I want to invite anybody who wants to come up and let me know a little bit of how was your day today. Know how you try to check on people, see how they doing, see if they all right. Uh-oh. I got to see if I remember how to do this. I want to invite a copy. Control V. Now, we all have something that we're dealing with, whether it's loved ones, whether it's our own personal lives. I just want to know how everybody doing. You want to step up and holler at me? Thank you, Miss D. I appreciate that. Some colors I can pull off and others even I don't like. Ruh. What's up? How are you? Anybody is welcome to come up, talk to me, talk to the crowd. Got something to say? Something you want to talk about? Within reason, no crazy stuff. We get enough crazy stuff from the trolls. Just something about how you enjoy gardening or how you're planning out your garden. A lot of us, let me change that. Some of us like to use notebooks and plan out the garden. They like to show where they're planting at, which area is sunny, which area is shady, which plants will grow there that will shade out other plants to help them fight the heat. Excuse me, also help hold in the moisture when it rains. Some of us like doing it in our head. Some people rotate their crops, other people don't. Um, some people build their own arbors or cages. Some people buy them. Some order them and put them together. Some will go to the hardware store and buy some rope or string and build their own trellises. I mean, I just like watching all the different channels of ones who like to engage in creating their own little personal paradise in their gardens. Just like some like pots, and they like them all the same color or all the same size, or they like only the tall plants on this side of the yard and nothing but the vines next to this side of the yard, and the smaller plants in this side of the garden. They're adding flowers to their garden to attract bees or wasps or butterflies or any kind of insect that can pollinate their flowers. Like when I was watching CC, she was talking about, I think it was her squash, and she was showing how they had two bees inside of a particular flower, and she was saying they were all male flowers. There was no female flowers, but yet still she had bees in her yard collecting pollen. So it just shows you that everybody's yard It's different. Every atmosphere is different. No one wants to come up and talk with me. What did I do wrong? I've been good all day long. Nobody want to come up and say hi? So the biggest melon I've seen in the war so far was 33 pounds. Mine died. Who had 33 pounds? Was it broke? Ah. So far, well, I'll put it like this. The only way Gina gonna keep her crown is that she don't let Supreme Family up in there. Hey, there you go, the man with the plan. What's up, GT?
Hey there, how you doing?
All right, how that Alfro doing?
Say that one more time.
What's the house that Alfro doing?
Oh, it's doing good. I gotta keep picking and keep rolling up. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My day is going pretty good though. Um, Headed to the second job like last week, but my day is going pretty good. I had a fabulous morning. My morning was so fabulous that I had to jump online.
What?
I was so happy this morning. I had to do it live. I ain't
So
have a
what was
topic, but hmm?
what was it?
What?
What was the subject about? Was there a particular subject matter?
No, I was happy. That's
Okay,
all. It was just joy. I couldn't contain it. I wanted to share. I shared it
okay.
with my wife, and it was like, who else is out there? And I was like, let's see if YouTube is available. And
Oh, okay.
YouTube responded, and I had a good time.
Oh,
Yes,
all right.
yes, I just was happy. Yes, I had did like if you take a shower, and normally you take a shower with warm hot water, and then right before you get out you change that water temperature and you get it as cold as you can stand it. it
Uh-huh.
like it energizes you, and it just gave me a lot of energy. So
Okay.
i had to I had to express myself, so I got to talking. That was about it.
Okay. All
Yep.
right. Hmm. That's all right. It's nice to wake up and just feel good about how your whole day is going to go. You keep that positive energy and that attitude, and that just kind of carries you through the whole day. I don't care what numb nut might act the food that day. It kind of just bounces off of you. Like you got that armor of joy on. It's like, ain't nobody's gonna spoil my joy today. I don't care who it is and what their issue is. I'm gonna be all right, and I'm gonna keep it moving. I might try to sprinkle a little bit on them and say, hey, it's gonna be a better day for you too, and keep it moving.
Yes, yes.
How them chickens doing?
The chickens are doing a lot better than they was last week. I think i I think Monday was the day that I officially saw that she was doing great, because I had one that was sick. Um, I I was stressed out about her, and I was actually making a video to put out about her progress because she wasn't doing good, and I was stressed about it. I forgot what day it was. I think it was last Monday. I had to vent about it,
Mm-hmm.
so it was. It feels good to know that in the community there are people that you can share your ideas with, or some of the things that you're going through, and there's someone that can possibly help you. So that felt real good, because I definitely didn't know what I was doing,
Okay.
and I looked it up online. I could not find the answer. I'm like, what am I going to do? But
Mhm.
it worked out. It worked out.
And,
Yes,
and
yes.
and that's what's so amazing about our garden community, because I knew of a few people that had chickens, but since I've been in this garden community, boy, it's just like every other person I know got chickens now. When I
Yes.
first saw Led with his chickens, how he had his coop right behind his house. And then, I seen who is that? Fifi with hers and Urban with hers. And And then I seen Beauty in the Garden. She got them now. I mean, I'm seeing people grabbing, building coops, getting custom made coops, for their chickens and stuff.
Hmm.
And
Yes.
they show you the different containers that you could use to store large amounts of water, and how to even set your chickens up if you go on vacation. Who is that? Homestead Heart. I remember when she first got her chickens, and she got goose and turkeys and quail and all kinds of stuff, and who else? Michael Farmer with his chickens and rabbits and what have you, So you got a lot of resources to go to in regards to finding out answers. Like you said, a lot of times you're not going to find everything you need on the internet, but you can always check on these other people and find out that they have these same, you know, issues at one time or another, and sometimes they'll do a video, on regards to, one chicken got sick and they had to put it out. Who was that? Family Network, when he had, what was it, a fox or something that got in there and like killed like 40, 30, 40 chickens that he had up in there.
Woo.
Yeah, they like to make
Wow.
fun of all his chickens. He couldn't find out how they got in, but they got in there and they tore his chicken coop up. So I mean, you hear the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to chickens. Who else I was thinking about? Who was that? Lydia. Well, her chickens dealing with her dogs, nugging them. They was eating her chickens. She had to,
Whoa.
yeah, nugging them was getting into the chicken coop and eating her chickens. So everybody has had,
Wow.
issues with their chickens one way or another. I would love to have chickens too, Cheryl. I would. Hey, Alice Gardner. Hey, how are you? Hey, Presbyterian. Thank you for making it in tonight. Yeah, everybody's working around the house and doing other stuff. I'm
Yeah,
glad you
that
just took time to come.
was Micro from. I called him.
Okay. Yeah, so we got a lot of folks in here that got chickens, and people are still getting. Presbyterian just got her new set of chickens. You know, you remember Black Tropical
Yes, I
Homestead?
forgot about that.
Yeah, you remember Bobby? Yeah, and then they went over there and helped her build a chicken coop. Well, she got her chicks. They finally came, so they're there. So I mean, it's just growing. Every time you turn around, you got somebody who's getting chicks or chickens, and it's just the population is just growing. So I really like it. Hey, passionately intrigued arts. Good evening, sweetheart. Thank you for stopping in this evening. And GT saying hi. He doing a wave at you. You got to keep his eyes on the road, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really rainy today. It's like it's been raining a lot today. And then we have termination dust on the mountains that are close by, which means just light or snow on the mountains is just letting us know that winter is here. It's 46 degrees today.
oh
Yeah, so
wow,
it's no fall garden. Whatever we got out there is what we got out there. So
wow.
yeah,
Well, wasn't it the early part of the year you was getting cabbages out from under the snow? They were froze. Yeah, I
yes,
was watching that. So wow,
yes. I,
forty.
I have I have some of the biggest cabbage I've ever seen growing. Yeah, we're gonna get those. We're gonna get one next week, but we're gonna get those as the season changes because from what I remember, cabbage gets sweeter as it gets as it gets cold. So yeah, that's what we plan to do. That's at
Okay.
the work garden. Yeah.
So what do you grow in your grow tents? I know you also do hydroponics, but what else do
Yes.
uh, you grow?
Melons,
Are you grow? Yeah. Go ahead.
melons, figs, peppers, tomatoes. If it can grow, I'll try it. Yes.
All
Like
right.
I
Now
I
that's interesting that you say figs because my fig trees aren't cold hardy. My Chicago fig is doing real good. I mean, it's loaded. I started out with four. I got about 15 to 20 figs on there. But the only thing I'm worried about Are they going to grow to fruition before our cold snap moves in? The rest of them, they stay green, but they haven't produced any figs. So I figured maybe next year, because I'm going to have to bring them in the basement for the winter time. So I'm getting my lights and I'm trying to set up a section where they will be comfortable so they can get through the winter months before I have to drag them back outside again. But what kind of fig that's producing for you? What do you know what kind?
It was a Celeste that gave me a small, I don't know if it's called a Breva or a fig, but it gave me one, and it was in a solo cup. So I'm even surprised that it did that much. I have about 5 different fig plants, fig cuttings that have leaves on it right now. I haven't put them in anything bigger than a solo cup right now. But as the season changes, as I get more time, then I'll be able to put them in a 3 or 5 gallon pot, pot, grow bag, whatever. But I have to give it a little bit more time because I don't have a lot of time right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, next week I start 7 days again. So yeah, but that's the only one that produced, and I keep them inside. Everything, a lot of stuff is inside. I'm supposed to start some purple bok choy in hydroponics, so
Okay.
I'll be trying to do that this weekend. I mean Sunday, not this weekend, because I work the rest of the week. So Sunday I try to squeeze it in before work or after work. I only have to work 8 hours on Sunday, so yeah.
All right. And that was my next question to you. The way that you work, when do you have time to squeeze in, gardening?
I get up at least 2 hours before I have to go to work, and that way I have time to bother my household. Uh, watch a little TV, with my son, 10 to 30 minutes with my son, and we whatever's on TV, we talk about it, or we laugh with each other, and then I get to bother my wife at when he leaves, and yeah, I go out now that it's nice outside. I go out and I grab leafy greens for the chickens, and I bring those in. They be so happy. They come around the corner. If my wife open it, if she let them out, I open the door. They come out, bobbing their head, looking like, "What you got for us? What you got for us? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?" I just feel, it feels good to be needed, or feel,
Yeah.
that's a good feeling. So I come into the garage and I got these greens in my hand. Then I have some in a plastic bag, and I put those in the gar the garage refrigerator, and they just be so happy. And I give it to them, and they like for me to feed it to them. They don't want to eat it off the um off the ground. They a little bougie with it, but yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a little bougie. Do you have names for your
Nah,
chickens?
it ain't. Yes, yes, I do. Um, Now my three new ones, I haven't really given them a name. I gave two of them a name. One of them is called Blue. She's gray, but the gray is it looked at blue when I first seen her, and so I just called her Blue. And then the other one, I just gave her the name yesterday. No, today, Beauty. She's a black one. Oh, she's beautiful. Yeah, she's a black one. And
Okay.
then I have Queen and Hobble and Hoblet. Something wrong with their leg. Every time they jump, they they forget how to jump down, and the next thing you know, they hurt their leg, and so they hobble for about a month, and then they'll heal themselves, and the next thing you know, they do it again. Yeah, yeah, but they all got names. I really like them. Like we told them they was going closer because we lit up the garage so we can get the fresh exchange of air.
Uh-huh.
And they jumped up on top of the what is it called? The bedding. They jumped on top of the bedding, and they was about to go over there where the garage is, and I said no, and then they turned around. I was like, what? So it amazes me that
They
I
understood.
bel I believe that I mean, it may make me a little loopy or whatever, but I believe that they understand me. Like I really do. I don't know if it's the frequency of my voice. I don't know what it is, but for some reason I believe that they understand what I'm saying. This
Oh
can't
yeah.
be possible.
Yeah, they are. I mean, just like they listen to you, just like when you brought those screens into them, they know that you meant to give them a treat. Animals are smart. We the ones are stupid. They understand a lot more than what people think. They can
Yes.
tell from the tone of your voice, like my cat, Miss Annie. She know when I don't
Yes.
want to be bothered. When I tell her, she comes in and she will come and tap me on my shoulder, and I was like, "Not now." And she look at me. She give me a little side eye, and I was like, "Oh, we ain't doing that today." And she'll walk away. Animals are quite intelligent. We the ones that's slow.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah. It's pretty cool
Drills,
though.
Drills, Heading, Journey, and Garden. Thank you for stopping in this evening. I don't think I've ever seen you here before. Happy Thursday to you too, and welcome to my channel. If you have a channel of your own, please drop MSOG so we know where you're located, and also drop your growth zone and the state that you're in. So anybody else who's new in the chat can also check you out. All right. So yeah, so I just love to hear stories about chickens. Like I used to watch Urban and Fifi when they interact with their chickens. They are hilarious. Like what was it? Urban said one day she came in the coop, they was all bunched up in the corner, and she's like, "Well, what's wrong with y'all? Why y'all in the corner like that?" And she opened up the door and moved out the way, and then went on outside. And Fifi's chickens, she had problems with hawks up in the trees, and she opened up
Mm.
and they ran inside. They knew exactly it was danger. Animals are very intelligent. They're more intelligent than we give them credit for. They know when there's danger and they get out its way. So they're funny,
Yes.
and they will follow you around. It's just like, who else I was watching? Yellow, Asia, her chickens. When they
Yeah.
see her,
Yeah.
she be walking along the fence. They walk along the fence right along with her. I just yellow door. Yeah, I watch everybody's videos and I watch how they interact with their animals, and it's just hilarious. They are very intelligent, and they know when you have a treat for them. They can almost smell it, that you got something good for them. So it's funny, animals, and you treat them right, they'll give you what you need.
They're really intelligent. Let me tell you this story. Okay, so I know certain things about chicken because I did a little bit of research, but I didn't do enough research, and I understand that. I was having a problem with my chicken. She had cut her foot, so I figured out what I need to do to repair her foot. I got the second skin and just different things. I had to clean it, and I have antibiotic and all that stuff. I keep that stuff in my closet. So I had that. I helped her foot, and I was holding her close to my chest, and she laid her head on my chest, and I was like, "What?" And my wife said, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yes, look at her." I mean, she witnessed her. First, she was like, when I was taking her in the house, I took her in the house so that we can, clean her foot in the
Right,
house. I had the tub ready and everything, and I cleaned her. And she was struggling. She was fighting me when I'm trying to do it.
right.
But when I was bringing her, after I cleaned up her foot, and I put the second skin on her and stuff, I'm holding her close to me, and she put her head, and my wife she was shocked because she seen it. And I was like,
Yeah.
wow. And so, no, Monday, my wife had the day off. So I bought a radio from Value Village last week. Bought no, not last week. I don't remember where I bought it, when I bought it. So I have this radio, and I got it playing, and I got Mary J. Blige 411. What's the 411 playing? And we just watching the chickens and listen to the music or whatever. And they have so much personality.
Uh-huh.
I never imagined if somebody would have told me, oh, they have personality, this, that, and the third, they intelligent, I wouldn't believe what they said. You have to actually, from me, for me, I meant to say, you have to experience to really understand it. It's beautiful. Like me and my wife, we done sat there for an hour and just watched the chickens and
Yeah.
watch them play and do what
They're
they do.
funny. They're funny. My nephew has chickens, and I've gone and sat in the dining room and just watched the chickens. And like you say, they got their own personalities. They know which one they want to be bothered with. They know how to shun one they don't like. They know how to attack one that they just like, we ain't dealing with you, and we taking you out of here, and you have to separate them. So, I mean, they're quite intelligent. Like I said, people the one is slow. They're just it's the rest of them. So, hey, Yankee sister, how are you, sweetie?
Hey, Yankee sister.
And you know what, Gail? That happened to me when I found out I had to have my gallbladder taken out. I couldn't get rid of my cat. My cat stayed with me. She jumped up on my chest. She laid there. She purred real soft, and every now and then she would take a little paw, and she would do like that. She would not leave me alone. When I started feeling better, she disappeared. Just like as if you don't need me anymore. You good. But when I got sick, my cat would not, I couldn't peel her off of me. I mean, I would almost trip over her trying to go to the bathroom because she was staying so close to me. Animals can sense when you're not feeling well. They know the difference. Just like they have dogs to know how to sniff out cancer. Animals are very intelligent. They're very intelligent and they're very loyal. As long as you treat them right, they got your back. Uh-oh, lost GT. Yep, but they will stay loyal. I didn't feel well the other day. My pug stayed in bed with me and didn't even want to go outside. Yeah, cause they knew something wasn't right. And they were there as your protector. Did you hit a dead zone?
Yes, it's. I kept looking at my bars, and I'm like, oh man, Miss Shirley's her internet's acting up. And it was like, no, that's yours, dude. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh man.
Benji TV says, when I go in to feed them, somebody always jumping on my back as soon as I bend over.
Mm.
They showing love. They showing love. They are cute though. Animals, they treat you the way you treat them. It's real simple. You show them love like that chicken. That chicken was wounded, and that chicken knew that you were trying to take care of it. And once it felt better and knew that they was gonna be all right, they were saying thank you. When you lay their head on your chest, you're saying thank you. I appreciate you. And I bet you, if anybody was to get close to you to harm you, that chicken would attack them just like as if it was a dog. When they sense
It's
that there's danger, they will attack whatever, whether I don't care if it's a coyote or another dog or whatever. If they feel that your life is being threatened, they will give their life to save yours. And that's what a lot of people seem to don't understand, that loyalty works all the way around. You take care of me, I'm gonna take care of you. It's simple as that.
it's like some of these points that you're making, I actually forgot about. Like sometimes they don't want to go inside the cage right then,
Yeah.
and so I'm trying to corral them to go inside or whatever. And the ones that I tell to go inside, they're just, going inside. And then there's always that one or two stragglers. And when they go inside, Queen, she's like the boss. She's not the most, she's like the, let me see. She's the passive person. She have one of the other chickens handle her dirty work or whatever, but she makes, yes, witness I witness her talking to not Claudia's the chump. What's the, I forgot her name. Wow, I cannot believe she tells her what to do and she'll go peck at it. if the ones that are taking too long, she'll tell them to go peck her because she's not listening to me. And I'll be like, what? They have attitudes, they talk back to you. Like it really is an experience that it's definitely an experience. I'm so glad that I was able to put them in the garage where I can actually witness and experience all of it firsthand, where I actually interact with them, and it's beautiful. I wouldn't have never thought it was like this. I wouldn't have not have. Oh wow.
And you know what? Everybody who has chickens have their own story about certain ones in their little group. They always have that one that's bossy. They have one that when you, as soon as you open up the door, the rest of them don't go out unless that one go out first. They got their own little cliques now. All animals. I mean, you got hyenas that runs in packs. You know, your lions. You got your prides. You got all your females that take care of the male. What you hear?
Yes, I do.
I'm still on my live right now. Mommy will get to you in a minute. It's almost over. She knows what time this should be over. She just came in and
Yes, yes.
I through aren't you through yet? That's Mike's buddy. Mike Chaotic. Oh, he love him some Annie. That's his buddy here. You heard her. She came in here to let me know. Isn't it time for me to be petted and played with? I have this glove that I put on when I rub her, and it takes all the loose hairs and stuff, and it has these little bumps on it, and it's almost like a massage on her. Oh man, when she see me pick this glove up, she will fall on the floor. She like, "Mama, get ready to
Oh,
hook me up," and then
that's beautiful.
when I rub her in her neck and down the side, oh, she just rolls over. And oh, I have to laugh, GT, when I rub her down because it's so funny. Then she roll over to the side like you missed the spot, or she like hit me
Wow.
one more time, and then she'll just lay down.
Mm-mm.
Oh my goodness. Oh, she's
Wow.
a drama queen. Believe me. That now you talking about somebody bougie. That Miss Thing is bougie. Okay, she is bougie. Okay, and she'll walk through here,
Wow.
and I tell her, I was like, "Come on, Mama, want to play with you?" She'll look at me and go, "You don't want to play with me when I was ready. I don't want to play with you now." She'll held up like that, and she
Oh wow.
and I was like, "Oh, it's like that, huh?" So I was like, "All right, remember that when you come back in here, it won't." And she, if I have my hand down, she'll hit up under my hand and slide her head back like, "Mom, rub me." I'll be like, "No, I ain't rubbing you." Tap me on my shoulder.
Uh,
I was like, "No, get off of me." I was like, "No, I ain't talking to you now." And people, when they come over and they see us interact, they be laughing. They be like, "Y'all funny." She is. She's not bougie. She's bougie. Yeah. So she's gone. She's sitting there looking at me like, "How many minutes you got before you get off of here?" I ain't finished yet. Oh, Presbyterian said, "I have my chickens for 2 weeks, and yes, I see their personalities already. It's amazing."
yes,
And
I'm gonna have to go and go check out her channel because I forgot, and I think we found out about 2 weeks ago that she had the chickens, but I totally forgot.
yeah, she did a
So
video when she got them. They called her and told them, and she did a video showing I'm picking them up and showing in the box they opened up, and she had two extra ones from what she ordered. So
okay.
wait a minute, we got another body in the party. Who is this? Shantimon, what's up? What's up? How are you? Thank you for coming up.
I'm doing good, darling. I gotta make sure I know what I'm doing. That's why you caught me looking like, do I know what I'm doing? Hi.
Do you have chickens?
I don't have chickens, but I have a bird, a sun conure, and she's in the bird family. She's in the parrot family, and
Okay.
they're very smart. And I heard you talking about your animals, and I'm like, I gotta be a part of this because our animals are amazing. We have like 5 dogs. My daughter has 2 cats. We have a bird. We have everything. We have a mini zoo.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the dogs are so smart. They know when hey everybody first. I'm sorry, I'm being rude. And when I put on certain shoes, the dogs will go crazy because they know my walking shoes. They know what shoes when we get ready to go for a walk. They know what shoes we walk in, so they go
Oh
crazy.
no.
I grab my purse and Kiwi will say bye bye the bird, and then if the
Ah,
phone ring, she'll say hello, hello. Anytime the phone rings, she hear the phone ring, and then if I pick up her night cover, she'll say night 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 night. So they know.
good
They
night,
know
bitch.
animals are very, very smart, and I just had to get in on that. Like I said, I don't have a garden. We tried the garden thing one time. My husband did watermelons, and we did green peppers and tomatoes, and the coyotes, the rabbits, and the squirrels got to it. So we didn't try it
Oh
again.
wow.
We didn't try it again, and we have a fence, but some kind of way they get in the yard still. So
Oh yeah.
They
we never did
they
try it.
want that good.
I know. Yeah,
It's something sweet and
do you do you have a channel?
I do. I do. It's called Shantireman. It's just a retirement channel. Me and my husband, we both retired, so we just living our golden years as best we can.
Okay, all right. I gotta come over and check you out because I've seen you um for a minute, and I would see like on Miss T and
Oh
and
yeah, yeah.
on other shows. I hadn't had a chance to get over to you, but I'm gonna come check you out. It's just so many new folks that's popping in, and so many channels. And
It
sometimes
is. It
hard to
is.
get to see everybody.
I
You know,
know.
the only time I really get a chance to enjoy is during the middle of the night when I can't sleep.
Uh huh.
And I'll sit up and I try to play catch up. Like I've been on vacation for the last 14 days, so I didn't watch anybody doing anything. Okay, I didn't go. My phone was on airplane mode, and I didn't check out anybody. I was trying to enjoy my time because I knew once I came back home, it was going time to be playing catch up, and that's
So
exactly what I'm
you was
doing.
on vacation for real, for real.
Oh, I was on vacay, and actually, I need a vacation from my vacation because
Exactly.
the
Always
older
do.
you get, it takes a little longer to bounce back. It ain't like I'm 21 anymore.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. You may look one way on the outside, but that inside is the true age.
Like my grandmother used to say, "Child, hush your fuss." Believe me, I know. If there's an ache, I got it. If there's a, I got it. I need a body massage so bad. Oh my god, I would probably cry through the whole thing, but I'd be like, "Am I hurting?" I'd be like, "No, don't stop. Just keep going.
And
Get the
no, like sometimes
kinks
you say,
out. Get all them kinks out. I need to be able to move."
see, he young, he don't know what we're talking about. Look at him. You young, you don't know what we're talking about.
They looking at you like, "What you talking about, Willis?"
I'm almost 45 years old.
Ooh.
I know, right?
I got shoes older than that, GT.
He said it proudly. I'm almost 45 years old.
I got my first gray hair too. I'm happy.
I'm trying to remember what I was doing at 45.
Tell him he got jokes. Yeah.
I know, right?
Y'all got me. Y'all got me on that one. I said it all proud too. I thought I was saying something. I said it with my chest. I said it with my chest too.
Say, wait till you come to that age when somebody said, "What you doing today?" I'm like, "Wait a minute. Let me see what my body gonna say. Body, how we feel today? What we want to do today?"
Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny. That was real cute, GT.
I said, I'm almost 45.
Hey, 45. Woo! Oh, young folks is funny. They just
I
don't
know.
understand. Yeah, but once you start passing a certain age point, when you get to 50, you're gonna look at what you did in your 40s and your 30s. Then when you get into your 60s, you're gonna look at what's in your 40s and your 30s. Then you get to your
Exactly.
70s, you're going backwards trying to see what you should have did or what you missed before
Right.
you got to where you
Right.
are,
Right.
But
Absolutely.
then that's why people start making bucket lists.
Yep. Yep.
to do everything that they didn't do during, between the ages of 20 and 50 before they hit the 60s, because you don't know if your health will change,
Yes.
whether your financial system will change,
Right.
whether your family dynamics will change, where your whole lifestyle changed altogether,
You're
so,
right. You're right.
and when people started saying they got a bucket list and they started marking off stuff, what they have done so far, that they never took a chance to relax or look back and enjoy life before it got that far gone. So
Absolutely.
I was like, I'm traveling now to places I haven't been before, but I'm trying to get there before I'm too old to enjoy them.
Right. You're right. You're right. That's why
You
I say,
know,
Miss Shirley, if you're able to retire at 60, 62, before you get up there at 65, 67, or whatever, if you can do it, if God say do it, because we never know what we're going to be doing at 65 and 67. So if you're blessed to do it at an early age and you can afford it, and God give you the okay, and your spouse give you the okay, you do it.
and you know
You
what?
do it.
Like some of my girlfriends, we're all over 70, and a lot of them are closer to 80 than I am, but I get up, I line dance, I party for as long as my knee decide it's gonna let me stand up, or
I hear
before my
you.
back decide it wants to cramp up on me, and then I know to go sit down for the rest of the evening. But I'm gonna get that one or two line dances in before I sit down. And they sitting there to my girl, you got up there and you did so and so and so and so. I can't do that. I was like, no, it's not you can't. You in better shape than I am. It's just
Yeah,
that you won't.
you
But let
won't.
them put on one of them old what they call down home blues. Honey, they get up, they start doing a little hunky funky carry on. I was like, I thought you didn't know how to do that. I was like, they just put on the right song while you sitting
Exactly. Right, waiting for the right song. I know. I know. Well,
and
you
I
look
was
good, Miss Shirley. You look real good.
I'm trying. I got to get rid of this. How do you say jowl? They got to go. I'm finna do some facial exercises when I come to the. Are you coming to the Soil Family Expo next year?
Is it the one that's in Savannah? Not the
Yeah,
one.
and yeah,
Okay.
in April
Okay.
4th, 5th, and 6th.
Okay. I was thinking I missed it last year. Well, this year we missed
Yeah,
it, but
yeah.
I
I
saw the
was at the
video.
one. Girl, we had so much
I
fun.
saw Miss T's live. I'm
Oh
like,
my.
wow.
We had so much fun. It was so much love and hugging and
Yeah.
kissing and crying and just
Oh.
happy to see people face to face. It was just awesome. I got squeezed and hugged so much my back was hurting. I was like, oh y'all had to let up a little bit. Y'all too tight, bad back, bad back. I was like, oh, it was a good kind of hurt, but it was just like, oh my goodness.
So
It was
you felt
like
it. You felt the
Friday.
love.
Oh man, Friday night we was at the pizza place, and Sunday backyard farmer was sitting across from me. So Sunday he always smiling, always got
Yeah.
that big smile on his face. So I leaned over towards him and I said, "Hello," and he's smiling. He's like, "Hello," and I was like, "Do you know who I am?" And he looked at me. He said, "No." I said, "I'm Miss Shirley, the OG garden." Oh! I wish I could have recorded his
Oh.
reaction. And Led Farmer had the same kind of reaction. He was talking about, yeah, I want to meet Miss Shirley. And I had, who is that? I think that was G Hud and Mona standing near me. And we all just standing there laughing and stuff. And he said, yeah, I want to meet Miss Shirley, so and so and so. They kind of stepped away and I stood there. And then it clicked who I was. He's like, Miss Shirley.
Wow.
It was just amazing. And I got a chance to give my big old hug to Spoon and Sunshine.
Oh,
I mean, I was just,
everybody.
oh man,
Yeah. And it's
it
like
was
you've been knowing them forever, right? Like you guys been knowing each other forever.
there was no strangers.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
was no strangers.
Wow. So we probably try
Yeah.
to make it. You said it's April next year.
Yeah, April 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Okay.
Yeah. So
We can drive to Savannah. It's not like we have to hop on a plane. We can drive. So That would be good, seeing everybody up close and in person.
David, you better come just so I can sit there. Yeah, we're gonna have a talk. David, he just bad. He just bad, bad, bad. Yeah, I would love to come. Yeah, PIA, you gotta come. You gotta come.
Wow.
It's so much love. It's just overwhelming.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
seen bits and pieces up from Miss T's live, and you guys, I mean, the music, the fun, the love, your food, everybody looked like they was having such a good time.
And
Yeah.
you know what? It was what I like about it. Indiana Jackson. Then I got a chance to meet Mrs. Jackson, and she had that fan, and she popped that fan, and we all started buying that fan. You got to order the big fan to bring with you so that you can pop it and wave it when you get there. We had so many people there. I hit 500 subscription when subscribers when I was there. I didn't have it, and during the
Wow.
dinner time, folks started subbing, and I hit my 500 when I was in Savannah. I was
Wow.
in tears. I did a live right then and there. It was just friggin' awesome. You
That
got to
is,
come. And let me tell
yeah.
you, what I love about it is you got all these different people, different personalities, different ethnicities. It was just beyond awesome in regards. Wasn't nobody
Yeah.
bugging, wasn't nobody acting the fool, wasn't nobody just, it was just pure love and admiration for one another.
And
It
seeing
was
that's where it's supposed to be when we get together, good times,
was.
fun times. Yeah. It
And when
sounds like
we
the
went
place
there,
to be.
yeah, and when they had the band set up in the square, man, we had everybody stopping to party along with us. We had folks jumping out there, jumping behind you and dancing, carrying on, getting in the line, dancing and dancing along. I mean, when Sherry and Bobby hooked that up with the band, we turned that square.
Wow.
It was
So there's
just
something you have to register for, Miss Shirley, at a certain time?
well, they'll send you an email because you got to pay for your dinner in advance. They'll send you
Okay.
an email.
Okay.
You will get notifications in regards to that. They'll let you know what hotels are available if you need to book a room.
Okay.
They'll let you know how much your ticket is for your meal, the times and dates to meet. You have, like a meet and greet on Friday night, and then
Okay.
you have, your dinner and what have you on Saturday. And then Sunday morning, you had your breakfast before you start checking for people start checking out and going home. Some people go home Saturday and some will wait till after breakfast on Sunday morning to go back home, according on how far they have to drive or whether they got to get back to work or whether they got a flight or whatever. But normally I stay an extra day to enjoy because I have a newly appointed love daughter, Presbyterian. She's my spiritual sister and my newly adopted daughter, her husband, and
Oh,
her daughter. So they have
awesome.
they have wrapped around their love and respect for me, and I've done the same back to them. So it's
That's
just been,
awesome.
I
Yeah.
mean, people that I would have never met if it wasn't for the garden community
See?
brought
Wow.
so many people together, and it was just fun
Yeah.
time had by all. The weather was perfect. It wasn't
Wow.
too hot. It wasn't too cold. It got hot after the following week. After we left, it got really extremely hot. But that weekend, it was perfect.
Good weather.
It didn't
God,
rain. It was nice. The nights was cool. It was man. And between myself, Presbyterian, whole new perspective, Crystal, and Broke Farmer, oh my goodness. We were partners in crime.
So y'all had never met each other before then?
No,
Wow.
never. Other than watching you guys, it was whole new perspective had a channel. Broke had a channel. I don't think Presbyterian had a channel at that time. She was
Okay.
trying to venture out, but she hadn't had a channel, I believe, at that time. So after just seeing each other, and once we saw each other, it was just like we known each other for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
There was no strangers.
That connection was there. Right.
People came feeling a little apprehensive, But once you actually walked up on somebody and they
Yeah.
recognized who you were, it was like long lost cousins and brothers,
Oh.
sisters, and aunties and grandmas, and you just felt the love. When they walked up on you, you weren't fearful. You know how
Yeah.
some people roll up on you and you kind of step back.
Yes.
You didn't have that type
You
of
didn't
fear.
have that. Right.
No,
Good.
no.
Good.
If anything, you were stepping up with your arms open. Bring it in.
Oh. Yeah,
Bring
we
it in.
gotta do it. We gotta be there. It's
Yo,
good
you got
Lord willing. Good Lord willing.
said the creek don't rise. Yeah, you got to be there. You got to
Wow.
come because you're gonna have so much fun. It's funny how you interchange with one another because you can sit down and just kind of talk to somebody and just really get into some serious heavy conversations. It's not always about garden. You get to know a person.
Okay. Okay.
You really get to know a person. And once you get to know that person, you get in tune with that person. And it's just like I haven't met Gina in person. I haven't met Lydia in person. But I feel like these are two daughters I gained in my family.
Oh wow.
You
Wow.
know,
See?
they have helped me with the setup I'm on now. They helped me get on StreamYard. They helped me with the page. Lydia was phenomenal. She's like, Mom, calm down. You're getting upset. You're getting excited. She said, we're going to get through this. And she kind of, how they say, talk me off the edge. And then Gina would call me. She's like, look, we're going to do this now. All right, open it up, pull it up. you know, and then who was that? Just Dorsha recorded me live, and she said she told me, but you know how you hear things and you don't hear things. And she recorded me, and I'm looking. There's comments. People are commenting, and I'm like, Dorsha, and they just fell out laughing. They thought that was hilarious. She
You
said,
had no
you
clue.
was live. Oh, girl, let me tell you. Um, and Dad was like, "You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. We're gonna get you through this." I've had so many wonderful people back me up and walk me through
That is
straight on this
awesome.
tightrope. And they're not through yet. There's still some kinks and stuff. Gina helped me remember how to go in and hit invite and do the little control V and copy and all
Wow.
this stuff. So some stuff I remember, and there's some stuff I'm gonna need a notebook for. But
Well, you're doing good, better than me. I'm like,
well, I still want to learn how to drop people's channels and stuff. And hey,
oh yeah.
Cassandra South Fulton was there with her sister and her brother, and they
Okay.
talk about me dancing. Oh, y'all ain't seen Cassandra get out on the dance floor and cut up. Okay, we got some dancers in the group now. Why they sit there trying to act like they all demure and quiet and shy? Put some music on. Put some music on and back up. Okay, give them room because they're gonna cut up.
And let them
Okay.
do it. Let them do it. Let them go at it.
Ah,
Oh wow, Miss
oh,
Shirley.
all right. Well, I'm getting ready to get off for here because I suppose I only been on here for 2 hours. I've been on here an extra 18 minutes, and folks are study saying good night. And see, as being retired folks, we don't have a time clock to punch in.
You got that right. I know we on permanent vacation, right?
I love it too. PIA, good night. Cassandra, good night. Gloria, Elliot, good night. Mikey, Mike, hey, Kim, you slid on in here. Hey, hon, how are you? I'm saying good night. David, I'm saying good night. Shantirement, thank you for coming up and
You're
sharing your
welcome.
stories with us.
Thank you for
Well,
having us. Thank you for
oh,
having me on here.
always.
Yep.
Indiana, Texas. Good night. All you
All
good
right.
people. La la. Shani. Oh, I didn't say you, Shani. Hello, sweetie. Now Shani was there too. Yes,
You
indeed.
was
Yeah, I got
there.
a chance to meet her. Yeah, we met a lot of wonderful people. And I
Awesome.
hope 2024, I want it to be the bomb
It
diggity.
is. It's
I'm
gonna be
looking forward.
more people hear about it, the more people come because they saw how much fun you guys had last year. So
Uh-huh.
more people will come next year.
Oh yeah, once they saw the videos and stuff, I
Mhm.
know. Yeah. And see, when I stayed an extra day with Presbyterian, we went to gardens, her favorite garden centers, and checked out stuff. We went shopping. You know, we had to hit
Wow.
buses. You know, so
Yeah.
we had a good time. You know, and we standing at the airport, both of us crying, snorting and snotting. You know, she wasn't going. I wasn't ready to go, so I was just like, "We fam now. This is permanent. This
Yeah,
is
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. Yeah, that's what life is all about. Having fun and enjoying and loving each other.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
So everybody talking about stay. Girlfriend. I got some stuff I need to do. Yeah, Shawty's coming back. I'm waiting to see you. So thank you once again for coming in.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good night. And as I always say, hit that like button. Show me that you like me. Just a little bit. There you go.
See, I know it.
As I always say, Miss Shirley, enjoy yourself. Y'all come back now.
Bye. Thank you.